Do you find it hard to admit when your work isn't quite up to par? Well, I have to be candid with you. I started listening to an interview the other day from my archive behind me of some 30 years worth of interviews, 10,000 interviews. I had an interview all set that I was going to air that that I did over 30 years ago with a prominent personality whose work has in the years since then become even more important. So I thought this would be a good interview to use. Well, it turns out as I started listening to it, I wasn't more than 2 minutes into this interview before I realized this is not a very good interview. And it was my fault. I violated rule number one of good interviewing, which is there is no substitute for adequate preparation. Clearly, I was unprepared for this interview. I was asking amateurish, inane questions, getting polite responses, but nothing like what I normally would expect to get. So I won't be using that interview on Now I've Heard Everything. It's hard for me to admit, but yes, not all my interviews are excellent interviews. But not to worry, because I still have over 10,000 interviews to choose from. So I'll be presenting other interviews which I did much better.